On a quiet morning, beneath the shelter of a towering oak tree, a young man named Kaito approached the Zen master. His footsteps were heavy, burdened with an unseen weight. He sat down beside the master, his voice trembling with frustration. "Master, my heart is a storm. My thoughts are endless, scattered like autumn leaves in the wind. How can I find peace when I cannot even silence my mind?" The Zen master, his eyes soft but piercing, did not immediately respond. He gazed at Kaito for a long moment before turning his attention to a small stone resting in the stream nearby. "Look at that stone," the master said, pointing. "What is its nature?" Kaito, confused, replied, "It is just a stone. Nothing more." The master remained silent. After a while, Kaito followed his gaze and began to observe the stone more closely. He noticed how the water around it shifted and flowed, but the stone remained unmoved, steady in its place. The master's voice broke the silence. "The stone does not try to stop the flow of the river, nor does it resist the movement of the water. It simply stays where it is. It does not need to act, to change, to do anything. It is present." Kaito, still not fully understanding, sighed. "But my mind, it never stops. I can't simply be like the stone. I have too many things to do, too many responsibilities. How can I find peace amidst all of it?" For days, the master said little, offering only the quiet companionship of nature. Each day, Kaito came to the stream, sat beside the stone, and watched the water flow. Slowly, a shift began to happen. At first, Kaito's mind resisted the stillness, urging him to hurry, to plan, to fix the chaos within him. But, as he watched the steady flow of the river, something inside him began to quiet. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange, the master sat beside Kaito again. This time, there was a softness in his eyes. "What do you see in the water now?" he asked. Kaito looked into the stream, his gaze no longer frantic. "I see the river moving freely, without effort. It does not fight the rocks, the stones, or the curves of the land. It simply flows. And where it flows, there is peace." The master smiled, a glimmer of understanding passing between them. "Your mind is like the river, Kaito. It moves and flows, constantly shifting, but it is only when you stop resisting it that you find peace. The more you fight your thoughts, the more they multiply. The more you try to control the river, the more it will rush against you." Kaito sat in silence, the weight lifting from his shoulders. The tension in his body softened. He began to understand, the peace he sought was not something to be found by forcing his thoughts to be still. It was already within him, always present, just waiting for him to stop resisting it. The Zen master stood, his presence calm and steady. "There is nothing you must do to find peace, Kaito. It is not a destination you must reach, but a state you must allow. Like the river, peace flows naturally when you stop trying to control it." In the days that followed, Kaito practiced letting go of the need to control his thoughts. Whenever his mind raced, he would imagine his thoughts as leaves drifting on the stream, carried away without effort. Slowly, the noise in his mind quieted, and the peace he had longed for began to rise from within. He realized that peace was not something to achieve, but something to allow. One morning, after a long period of practice, Kaito sat by the river, feeling a deep sense of contentment. The master approached him and asked, "What have you learned, Kaito?" With a serene smile, Kaito answered, "I have learned that peace does not come from controlling my mind or the world around me. It comes from surrendering to what is, from letting go of the need to change things. Peace has always been here, within me. It is my resistance that creates the storm." The master nodded in approval. "And where does the peace come from?" he asked. Kaito looked at the river, the stillness in his heart now reflected in the quiet water. "It comes from within. It has always been inside me, waiting for me to stop fighting and simply allow it to flow." In the quiet moments of your life, ask yourself, what are you resisting? What thoughts or emotions are you clinging to, fighting against the flow of life? Can you let them go, even for just a moment, and allow peace to rise naturally from within? The river of peace flows continuously, all you must do is stop swimming upstream.